welcome to the fourth video of this series, JavaScript Robotics. And today I wanted to introduce you to a concept that we have used before, which is the concept of variables, but we are going to do that using an example of rock, paper, scissors. So we will use the command on gesture. This time we're not tilting. We are going to use the shake sensor. And we're going to make a small rock, paper, scissors game. So as you know, in rock, paper, scissors, you are playing against somebody and you say rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And then you pick between scissors, rock, and paper. And there are a few rules. For example, scissors beat paper, paper beats rock, and rock beats scissors. And then we compare and we find a winner. That's how we play rock, paper, scissors. If you remember in class, we created a small algorithm for the way we played. Now, why do we need variables? In programming, a variable is a value that can change depending on the conditions or the information passed to the program. For example, here, the variable could be hand gesture. So in rock, paper, scissors, that the variable could be the hand gesture. And the options for the different values for that variable could be scissors, paper, or rock. In the case of Make Code Arcade, we actually used that. We used variables already. For example, we had a name for the variable. It was called plain. The starting value was the color of the sprite, and the type of the variable was player. Okay. In JavaScript, we create those variables writing let. So for example, here we can say let x equals 5, let y equals 6, and then let c equals x plus y. So we always declare those variables at the beginning of the code. In this case, if we have let x equals 5, x is the variable name, and 5 is the starting value. There are different types of variables. We have Boolean variables that normally only have two states, true or false. We also have numbers. It could be a decimal number, hexadecimal, binary, octal, etc. We also have strings, which are basically letters. So for example, let my color, 2 points, string equals blue. My color equals red. We can also have arrays, which are basically lists of numbers. So for example, let list be number, brackets equals 1, 2, and 3. Now, we also need to talk about another function called random. So basically, that random function is picking which of the gestures we pick. Do we pick scissors? Do we pick hand, etc.? It's like in dice. If we're playing the dice, we have a variable, which is the dice number, and the options are number 1, 2, 3, up to 6. In JavaScript, we can use that random function using randint, and then writing the numbers we can pick out of. So we can say dice, or dice number, equals randint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. In our Make Code program, we can simplify this by saying the smallest number and the highest number. So we can say randint 1, 6. So that means that the program will assign a random number to the variable dice that is between the number 1 and the number 6. How do we start this project? Well, let's go to our Make Code Arcade and start the project. So let's do that. Let's go and open a new project here. We will call it rock, paper, scissors. Okay. So the first thing we need is to create our variables. So we're going to go there. Remember, we will also use the random function. So I'm going to erase this one. I'm going to call my variable hand gesture. I'm going to assign it a starting value of 0. At the beginning is going to be 0. Now, I want that every time I shake the microbit, it picks a random number between, in this case, I want to have 3 numbers. I'm going to assign the number 0 to rock, the number 1 to paper, and the number 2 to scissors. So I'm going to say if here on gesture shake, so we just put that on gesture shake, we are going to do something. So let me add the slash as a comment. So rock, paper, scissors, and then so this line creates the variable hand gesture and gives it a starting value of 0. Okay. Now, what's going to happen? So the first thing is, first we say hand gesture. So that variable is going to get a new value. So at the beginning, it has the value 0, but now it has to have the value rand. So random integer, random it's going to choose between 1, 2, or 3. At the beginning, I said something wrong. If I assign the first value to be 0 and that to be rock, for example, then at the beginning, it will always be rock. So I want to have a 0 value at the beginning, so nothing happens. And then it can show me a value of 0. Now, this is only one way of solving the problem. You can stop the video here and trying to solve it yourself. So I wanted to pick one random number between 1. And if it picks 1, it has to show a symbol of a rock. If it shows a 2, it has to show a symbol of a paper. If it shows 3, it has to show a symbol of the scissors. So for that, we're going to go to the logic and say if, and we say if the hand gesture equals, if I get equals 1, if I get the number 1, show me basic show LEDs, show me a rock. I'm going to do the rock using hash. I'm going to do something like a little bit round. This is going to be a little bit crazy, so you have to, when you're playing with this with your classmates, remember to explain your classmates what icon or shape you pick. So I'm going to do something small like this. Maybe a little bit rounded. Maybe like that. Looks like we're missing. So 1, 2, okay. And here also a dot. It's looking like that. That is supposed to be my rock. Looks more like a diamond, but so basically that's the rock. Now I can repeat again. Remember, there are many ways of solving this. This is the way I'm solving it now. I do a second if. If the hand gesture equals 2, then it should be paper. Paper. Everything is going to be a all the LEDs are going to be turned on. So basically we do it like this. Can copy this line and then paste it here. Book. Say here and here. So look at this now. So now if I shake it, paper, shake again, rock, shake again. All right, so now it's choosing randomly between 1, 2, and 3, but I haven't said anything that anything should happen. So if I get a number 3, so let's go to 3 and do that. So we have that. Now we are going to test it. There you go. So shake, rock, paper, rock, paper. I did a mistake. I haven't changed that. So I'm going to create scissors. So for that, I'm doing something like this. All right, so let's do this. Okay, now let's do this. Probably something like that. It's gonna be like an X. Okay. Oops. Okay. And then like this. Again, you have to have a lot of imagination and explain the people you're playing with that those are your scissors, but that those are my scissors. So here I shake, rock, paper, rock, paper, scissors, scissors. All right. So every time you're getting random number. So we're gonna go and watch a video on how this challenge went in the classroom. And if you have any questions, any ideas, any other ways of solving this, please share it on the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah! Paper. Okay.
Again.
Yeah! Paper.
Rock.
1-1. Yeah! Scissors. I win!
Yay!